Hello and welcome to Kabashed. Today I have a very special video showcasing something that is different from what I usually post. So for the people who have watched my previous entries, you all know I mostly do clone troopers for the Black series. This video will be showcasing a work I've done on the Bandai Stormtrooper model kit. This project was done about 2.5 years ago. The thesis here is different because I've taken the time, as you could see, to weather it, and of course I heavily modified it, if you haven't noticed already. So what prompted me to do this look? Well, just a little different angle over here. So this is way back before Mandalorian, and I was already very much into the whole space western bounty hunter thing. When looking for inspiration, I came across some wonderful steampunk rendition from Psyfoolrulez-Customz and also Bryan Rood for TK Project. Please Google them and check out their wonderful work. Full credit goes to their ingenuity, and I cannot take credit for those. Their projects was also done in 1:1 scale, so doing it in 1:12 scale, I had to pick and choose some details to edit and simplify, and in some cases add a bit of spice to it, such as you can see over here, human eye underneath the helmet and the robotic arms over here. What you get to is a fully articulated robotic arm. Right? So I'm not going to walk you through the entire process because frankly I've forgotten the steps I took, but needless to say it was time consuming. It took me about 3 weeks from start to finish. Just as with Grizzard in my Sergeant Hound video, there is a lot of uncertainty and lots of guesswork as I was moving along, and I had to improvise. So a quick walkthrough of this figure. The helmet. Here, the helmet was painstakingly detailed with these rivets that, as you can tell, I've also put some rust and weather to it. There's two different types of metal tones, copper and gold, that I've laid in on top of. Instead of black, I went with a dark gunmetal type. And of course I weathered it and also made it look rusty and all. The metal arm, as you tell over here, it's not clean and everything. It's got this kind of greasy look to it. And the shoulder pads over here are kind of beaten metal. And so the human eye was from the Han Solo kit that came with this figure. As you see in these photos, there are lots of shopping going on to get it to look like its final form. One thing I noticed is the Stormtrooper helmet is actually half eye spaced in an inhuman proportion. They're spaced out a bit farther, so I artificially widened the distance between the eyes, and the robotic eyes covering one of them. As you can see, if you look straight on, kind of mask, kind of camouflages, it kind of fools the eye so that you don't notice that they're actually too far apart, and I create this illusion. The robotic eye is made from bending, just gluing and bending spare Gundam model kits parts, and as you see over here, there's some stickers on there too. The decals that I took. There's actually a decal over here too. Just kind of randomly took it from a model kit, another model kit. So a lot of these rivets and parts, as you can tell over here, the rivets are actually from from these type of things over here that I got. I actually sprayed it all with these primer, and then I just use a tweezer and just apply them onto the helmets one by one. The eyes are actually a combination again of these parts before, and also these wonderful parts I got from Model Shop, and also some stems and everything. I just kind of hacked it from other model kits, and I glued it together. The rest is pretty much a repaint. The arm is also kit bashed from a Clone Wars battle droid, and as I showed before, it's fully articulatable. The hand is also from, you can move it around, and it's also from one of these type of kits that has different hands in it for the robot arms. So that's great. One nitpick about this is that the arm is a bit skinny for my taste. Of course, maybe I'll go back later on to put some wiring and pistons and stuff to beef it up. But as it stands now, I'm just happy I actually managed to finish it without any hiccups. And another nitpick I have is that the cloth could have been a bit better the way it's scaled. But again, I might go in and actually do something about it. The way it's looking right now is actually a bit awkward right now. But overall, it does a good job in hiding. If you look at the Bandai model kits, the shoulders actually are done in such a way that it looks kind of weird if you look at certain angles. So it does well to hide it. The shoulder pads are actually from a First Order Stormtrooper. And again, it also can be articulated such. I kind of forgot what I did, but everything is articulated. So this is pretty much it. I mean, the character I have is actually very much a scavenger, the way I imagined it, and even the gun that I have that's not holding right now is actually from a Boba Fett model kit, which I've took the time to weather also. So in the end, it's kit bashed to the purest form and scavenge. And this is the aesthetic that I've used, and this is kind of the thesis, and also this is kind of how it kind of turned out. So anyways, I hope you guys really enjoy this figure. Let me show you up close really quickly again. This thing over here. And that's it. Thank you for stopping in, and happy modeling.